Hello, YouTube family and friends, viewers and subscribers. We are on the road again, headed towards the National Aliner Rally, the big one. I'm told there's over 250 people there, 125 or so A-liners from all over the country. It's 5 days of fun and activity at a campground that I will not be staying at, but I will be at most of the time. Truthfully, the A-liner rallies are usually, like this big one, this national rally is usually 5 days, and 3 days are events in the rally, and 2 days or 3 days to run around in the area. This is in Colonial Williamsburg, Virginia area, so there's a lot to do and see and get around and check out. So we'll be doing a lot of videos on all those places, and right now we are enjoying the US highways. So we're going to be camping tonight at a state park, and tomorrow night we'll be at our campground for the week. We're actually staying at 1,000 Trails campground. One of the things I found out a long time ago was 1,000 Trails accepts Passport America. So while they're $30 a night for non-members, they're $15 a night for Passport America members. So that's a pretty good price in my opinion. And they have all the accoutrements and all the resort stuff. If you haven't signed up for Passport America, if you travel more than 4 or 5 times a year, Passport America pays for itself in like one trip. And there's a lot of good campgrounds. There's a lot of fairly low-class campgrounds, but like I say, 1,000 Trails campgrounds, I think all accept it. Check that out. We're gonna drive here. We got off the main, and we may be close to our campground, so we better pay attention to where we're going and what we're doing. But stay with me. I'll give you a good tour of the campground we're staying at. As I said, it's a state park in Virginia called Staunton Lake State Park, I believe it is. So stay around. I'll correct that if it's wrong. Well, as often happens on my trips, we're running into a lot of rain. I won't run the camera when it's really pouring down. Not much to see anyways, other than you can't see. But this is another reason the US highways are nice. There are hardly any trucks on these roads. And I'm going slow. I'm going 50 to 60 on these, up and down the hills. My 4Runner pulling an overloaded A-liner, I'm getting 18 miles to the gallon, so it's pretty good, really. Which is another good reason. Here we are, the Staunton River State Park. So it seems to me we're actually on the Dan River. And here we are, I think. Though who knows? This is the district office, I guess.
You've arrived.
We've arrived. But it says the office has been moved to the newly renovated visitor center. So this isn't where we want to be. I'm getting wet for you guys. The camera's getting wet too. They have restrooms and gift shop. I don't know what this is. Dogs are welcome. Oh. Visitor and Nature Center. We got some fish. And some turtle. Wow, this place goes on. It's a big gift shop.
You're welcome.
And then and there is the Nature Center. Well, let me dry you off. Someday I'll learn to grab a tissue. Wow. And the nature center has all sorts of things. There's a turkey tail. Look at that big old turtle. That's a big old turtle. Hello, turtle. How are you? Some turtle shells. I assume you can play with these. Look at that. Some beaver stuff. It's a neat little thing. Oh, look at all the nests. They have nests of all the different birds. Must have a lot of turtles around here. They got turtles in every bowl. They have a lunar scope program. This is supposed to be a dark sky area. So you can borrow one of their telescopes to look at the sky. That's pretty neat. They have t-shirts for $13. That's a pretty good price for a t-shirt today. This park has this absolutely huge field here where they allow people to camp twice a year, and they have a dark sky observation. People come in and set up these huge telescopes, amateur astronomers, and it's they don't have any lights within a couple miles. They don't allow people to drive around with their headlights on or anything like that. So it's a really neat park for that, and they have the telescope rental program inside where you can bring a telescope out and rent it. And, but it's a really huge area that's open, no trees or anything. Next weekend is supposed to be a blue moon, second full moon of the month, so too bad we won't be here, but of course the moon isn't the reason you look in the sky. Usually you do on a new moon day, and then you can see all the stars and all the stuff. But that was a neat little visitor center. There is one playground right side of the park visitor center, and on the other side from the playground, and they have tennis courts up there. So you got tennis courts and a pretty nice pool. Looks like they've got two pools. They've got a kiddie pool over here, small little kiddie pool, and then they've got the big pool over here. Seems to have a slide, nice water slide, maybe a diving board. It's a big pool. Look how big it goes. It goes all the way over there. Keep going. That's a big pool. Might as well be a lake. So it's a good place to come with the family. Nice park. Well manicured, well maintained. Alright, so here is the entrance to the campground. Let's turn down the fan a little bit. And it's in a big figure 8, I guess. But there's a campsite right there. It's 27. Nice long gravel pad. There's electric and water on these. This leaves a little to be desired. These campsites 1 through 5 go up this little gravel road, and they're up there, which is pretty interesting. I mean, they're way up in the air. Here's sites 6 to 11 are up along that little road. That's pretty interesting. Here's one of the hiking trails. There's a map of all their hiking trails. Kind of an understanding of their trail etiquette and wildlife safety. So, as a measure of sanity, we changed our site. We were up there with the crowds. There's a whole crowd of people up right around the bathhouse. And the one right next to us, and you can see these, we're on another site here. The sites are pretty close together. And the site next to us had a yappy little dog and a baby. So I decided that was not going to work out. And since this campground is half empty and we are in a good site right next to this trail, it's pretty cool. But so we're going to take a little hike because we've been in the car for 4 hours, and then we're going to go for something. Geez, here's the river, which is this is a couple 100 feet from our campsite. This is pretty nice. No, stay out of the water. No. Hey, get up here. They have quite a few miles of equestrian trails in this park. They have a whole equestrian campground. And we are walking on an equestrian track, which, of course, tends to be very muddy. So guess who's going to be all mud? We have gone a mile or two on one of their hiking trails called the Captain Staunton Trail. Akila has gotten to run pretty free for a while. It's pretty nice. It's awfully, the humidity is 100%, as you can tell, because it's raining. And I'm going to go work on some of our plans for the weekend, and maybe we'll get in the car where we can run air conditioning on heat. Take you for a tour of the campground here before it gets dark. There's one of the cabins occupied at the moment. People leaving, so it's cabin 1. And that is cabin 2. Cabins 3 and 4. Cabin 6. Pretty nice looking. Nobody's here now. Cabin 7, kind of way back in the woods a little bit better. But they're all pretty close to all the other cabins. There's cabin 8. Nice cabin. This is one of the picnic areas. Picnic area number 2. This is right on the river. And it has its own little playground and your basic picnic gazebos and things like that. But then down at the end, it has the boat launch site, which will travel. And as rivers go, this looks a lot more like a lake. Whoops. Obviously a very big river, very big impoundment of some sort, and there's somebody going out fishing with the kids. Now, way before you get to the campground or the state park, you'll come past this site. And we've come back to see what this is all about, and this looks like a really nice campground, and it looks like it's really made for large RVs, which is what horse trailers are. It's got a nice bathhouse, which we won't do the tour of the bathhouse here. Oh, look at those, are all showers on the ends. Nice. That's a good way to do it. Toilets inside, showers on the out. Horse stalls way down there where you can put your horses. They have a neat little firewood house that I think is by Aliner. You put the money in the little bucket there and take the firewood. But all of these are essentially, you know, pull through, park next to campsites. It's kind of a neat way to do it, I guess. Just park next to your picnic table and hook up their water and electricity. Here's somebody that's camped here. His horse trailer and stuff. He's a back-in though. There's a couple of back-in sites. 10, 12, 13. Well, folks, we are leaving the Staunton River State Park. Got up early, showered, picked up, put everything away, fed Aquila and walked him a little bit, and now we're on the road to Williamsburg. That was a nice park. Had a lot of things going for it. I dare say, though, the one thing about Virginia parks, I've never been to one that I didn't get ticks. Aquila is, of course, treated for ticks, so he's not supposed to get them, or at least they're not supposed to live on him long enough to commit any disease. But I pulled 3 of them off myself in the shower this morning, which is kind of icky, and now my skin's crawling all day long. But that's just my experience with Virginia. Every time we've ever stayed in Virginia, I've gotten ticks, and I've never gotten ticks anywhere else. But we walked one little trail yesterday and didn't go through any tall grass or any brushy stuff or anything, and somehow I got 3 ticks that I pulled off me this morning in the shower, which is really the best way to find them. I mean, you take a shower. If you take a shower with a buddy, it's even better. But we're on our way to the North American Rally, so we're gonna cut this video off here. It's already too long, but that was a huge park with a lot of neat stuff. I hope you follow me on the rally. Those will probably be the next couple of videos, and we'll be back on the road with camping videos in the wilderness, where I don't hit so many ticks and things like that, I hope. But anyways, thanks for watching. Roll the music. Bye bye, folks.